like a boss.
So people either want to see more of you, less of you, or they're indifferent about ever seeing you. That is where everybody falls in the ranks when it comes to having social relationships. And that also happens to your man. And we all know that people change the way they feel based on life. People do change how they feel. So all of a sudden, if your man is ignoring you, you want to be able to read his what is going on in his head. But unfortunately, you're so invested. This is so personal to you that it's very hard to get a good view about what he's thinking because of the emotional charge behind it. You only tend to see the world through a squinted gaze of fog of emotions. Those emotions you feel for him are making it difficult to be able to read why he's doing what he's doing. So that's why you watch this video, okay? So like I said, people either want to see more, less, or they're indifferent about seeing you. So what are some of the things that leads to what are some of the thoughts that a guy thinks when he's ignoring you? Because I've been there. The first one is, I hope this shit works. I hope me ignoring her makes her chase me. That is the number one thing that most guys are thinking of when they do this. And the reason why is because a lot of those guys are doing it because maybe you're acting too cold. Because maybe they feel like you have too much power. Because maybe they feel like you like them less and that they like you more and they want to balance it out. This is why you have to show interest sometimes. This is why you have to chase sometimes. This is why you have to show weakness sometimes. This is why you have to initiate contact sometimes. This is why you have to look like this is why you got to show him you're a little jealous of him sometimes. If you do everything that I say, he will chase, but to a point. Because if you do everything that I say, you're going to come across as too cold. And most people have pride. And so he's going to say, yo, this bitch is not chasing me and I'm doing all the chasing. I got healthy self-esteem too. Why don't you chase me? And I think that's a fair thing. That's why you have to be careful with applying these strategies a little bit too thickly. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go too far, you're going to pretty much bring him to my channel. And you don't want that, okay? So that's one thing, right? He's hoping that you actually chase him. And if you notice that you actually been cold, that you actually just haven't been putting too much effort because you've been applying my strategies too much, bitch, chase a little. Give him a bone. It's not the end of the world. All he wants you to do is just to initiate contact. God damn, bitch. I mean, Lord have mercy. God damn it is. God damn it. All you gotta do is chase a little bit. We ain't asking for much. We're the ones always initiating contact. What type of bullshit is that? Tyrone has self-esteem as well. Anyways, I gotta go. He agrees. The second thing, and this one is more insidious. He's trying to make you submit, baby. That's right. Yeah, that's right, girl. He's trying to get you to submit. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. And the reason why that is because, one, you may not be chasing him as much as he wants you to. Now, this guy that we're referring to, you've chased him before. You've showed interest. But what he wants you to do is to chase and submit to you. So what he'll do, he will ignore you in the hopes that you say, Daddy, I'll do anything to get you back. So that then he can raise the stakes and say, baby, what are you willing to do? You willing to suck daddy's dick? That type of shit. But the thing is that a lot of people ignore you, gaslight you, push you away, knowing that you love them, simply because it gives them power. You know? Now, how do you know that? Because clearly you've been chasing, you've shown interest, you haven't been too much of a bitch. Yeah, you've been a little cold sometimes, but you make it up. You initiate contact. You tell him you miss him. And if that's still not enough and he's still ignoring you, he might want you to actually submit to him. The third one, I'm still kind of tight. I'm still kind of mad and I need time to cool off. And this happens. I've had women where I'm like, yo, don't talk to me. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hear you. When a guy does that, what usually happens is that after a few weeks or even a few days, he goes back to normal. He'll tell you he just needed a few days off or even a few hours. I don't know. It depends on the type of relationship. But people will ignore you. And this is especially if you guys had an argument or if you guys had just a few days of just constant fighting. And he just all of a sudden disappears. Look, what he just needs a fucking break, okay? You got to learn to read the room, all right? If you're noticing you have a history of having a lot of arguments with men, and this guy that you currently talking to you guys just had an argument and he's ignoring you, don't call him for the 10th time. What the fuck is your problem? Leave him alone. I've had women do that to me where I'm like, yo, if you don't stop texting me right now, I am never seeing you again. And I've done that. Some people think they can control you. You got to set boundaries. All right, next one. I don't want her no more. It's just that simple. He's ignoring you because he don't want you no more. Now, guys' minds and dicks do change. Okay. So if he does come back to you, it cannot be temporary. He cannot ignore you because all of a sudden he doesn't want you because he just felt it in a moment. And then a few hours later, come back and act like nothing happened. You can let that happen once. But you let him know, baby. If you ignore me, the next time you ignore me, you're not gonna need to ignore me again because I'm the one who's gonna be ignoring you. There's a certain level of people ignoring us that we have to tolerate, especially if we fucked up. Especially if you're the one that fucked up. There's some level of ignoring them that you have to tolerate. Because when we fuck up, we have to submit ourselves and we have to be humble when we fuck it up. Now, there's a certain limit to how much we humble ourselves. We're not going to be begging. We're not going to be sucking their dicks. I'm talking as a guy, for my guy friends. Are you saying that we're going to do that to the guys? No, I'm not saying that too, okay? I'm just talking in general. I am not going to be begging for your forgiveness if me saying I'm sorry is not enough for you. Some people want you to submit to them, and you just cannot let that happen. But with these types of situations, time will say it. It's okay for somebody to be mad at you for a few days. Okay, I get it. But if a person goes a whole week without even... And I think this is based on context. I think it's based on how long you guys know each other, right? So if you guys barely know each other, I could see why he might need more than a week. I don't fucking know, to be honest with you. Personally, I don't know the parameters with that. I don't know how. I think that's personal to each other. But generally speaking, these are some of the things that goes through a guy's minds when he's ignoring you. And outside of that, the worst one is he's just with another girl. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one would teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that.
and how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then in week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so most likely I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.